Well, hello everyone. Good morning. Welcome back. Tuesday morning here in Mammoth. Got some of that baking soda. Dan, one of my main guys, he's been struggling with some stomach issues, and I told him give that a try, just a little bit in the morning and a little bit at night for him. He's a bigger guy, so I figured let him try that, see if that does something for it. Works for me. It's done wonders for me. I swear by it. Seen a couple comments, negative ones about it, but mostly from the research I've done, it's a good thing, and I do a little bit every morning. And I'll tell you what, I've been doing it for 3 or 4 months now, and I notice a huge difference in my energy levels, my overall balance, almost all the way down to my well-being and my mindset. So I found something that I can see a noticeable difference, and I stick with it. And it's the organic stuff. It's not Arm & Hammer. Doesn't have like a lot of doesn't have all the metals and things like that the Arm & Hammer has, because that's more of a cleaning agent, or plus it's like a mainstream product, and I try to stay away from anything that's a big corporation, basically. You never know what they're putting in that stuff. Me and my crazy conspiracy mindset. Bud, get over here. Don't be going over there. No. Go around that way. Nope. You're gonna get muddy. Oh, there he goes. So we're letting Sadie and Bud sniff around a little bit, and we are headed to Walker. Nope, don't go in there. Sadie, do not go in there. Oh my goodness. Boy, she doesn't listen very good when she's all hyped up. You can see we got the horsies out here. They got their blankies on, and they look pretty comfortable. I don't like that one eating the wood chips. I'm gonna tell Zach, don't be eating those wood chips, man. I don't think that's a good thing for you. Yeah, that one's eating wood chips, so that ain't good. Look at that meadow, it's beautiful. So here we go, another beautiful day. Clear skies. Clear skies. We're gonna go up to Walker and pour some concrete. It's been about 3 weeks. We got it signed. It took us a little while to get the inspector up there, because he comes all the way from Mammoth. So we had to wait about a week on him, and then we got it signed off. And then it's taken us about another week to rally the troops and get up there. It's gonna be Owen, Alex, and Chewy. We got the young bucks. Gonna pour that one. It should be a real easy pour. We're just dumping it out, and so we don't need a big crew. Zach and I are gonna head up, and then we've got another job to look at in Mono City. So our plan is to get up there and get them rolling quickly. We're not gonna stick around. We're just gonna get there, get them started, get the general idea of what has to happen, and we're gonna leave those boys to it. You gotta learn young, So they're the youngest guys we have. Owen, he's my son, he's 21, and they're all in their early 20s. So they're gonna be on their own. You know, we're gonna get them set up and they're gonna be on their own today. So Sadie, come on. Don't be sneaking off. It's about 5:30, so you can see the sun's coming up. Oh, there's one. Doesn't look like a long one though, not too long. Kind of looks like a normal one, but you never know. But it's a nice, calm, beautiful morning. So we're gonna get the car warmed up and get on the road. Stay tuned for a little road trip up to Walker, get some concrete going, and then possibly some more content on it's a government project, which sometimes you just got to do them. But we're gonna go look at that one, see what all it entails, and maybe we can get them some pricing, and maybe we can get the job. But stick around. Let's get to it. All right, we are on our way. We got Zach
en route.
We got the crew leader, and we got our team in the back here. Bud's snuggled up. We're gonna set in for a little road trip here. We're got about an hour and a half drive here. It's just after 6 o'clock, so we're going to get up there to Walker, and pour some concrete today. Probably look over all of our hardware and lumber that we got up there and just kind of make sure we have everything we need for next week. We get some framers back up here and frame up this structure. Show you guys a little bit of the structure that we're building. See the concrete with those massive metal sleeves that they made us put in the concrete. Those are all set up, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed everything's gonna go real smooth. All right, so
We're Starlinked.
we got Starlinked up right here. Zach's getting the laptop out.
A to Z.
We're gonna conduct some office work on the ride up. So we're all linked up. We got the computer out. We gotta get that location for the job walk in Mono City, and then a few other things. But we're doing some product testing on the Starlink, see how good it works while we're traveling down the highway here in remote locations. And yeah, I'm really curious to see how it works. I've got one too. Zach got me one, and see how we do all linked up. We just passed June Lake. We're coming up into Mono, right?
Mono Lake.
It's Mono. I know I've gotten chewed out in the comments for calling it Mono. I always say Mono, but it's Mono. It's Mono. So I just want to let you guys know I do read the comments and I do listen, and sometimes I remember, and I'm calling it Mono because it's Mono. Lee Vining is about 4 miles up the road here. Yeah, we're feeling pretty jazzed. We're gonna get up here, get this concrete in, and off to the races. We got to get this thing framed. It's a solar carport structure with some big heavy timbers. So we get the concrete down and start timber framing next week, and then Zach is gonna come in and do his part, put the panels on, build these guys a nice system.
Yeah.
We're all linked up.
We're gonna pass through there's a fire here.
Got a fire
A couple
going?
weeks ago. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
fire.
I saw that. This is Lee Vining, guys. Haven't really had a lot of content on Lee Vining. It's a pretty cool little spot, just probably about what, 20-25 miles north of Mammoth, something like that. We do some jobs here every once in a while. That big slide that blocked the road for it was like several weeks back in 22. We had that big year. They got a lot of snow here too. Some buildings collapsed here. We got one that we're still looking at here that the guy still hasn't pulled the trigger on it, but we got to tear down what collapsed and redo it. But there's Mono Lake. Nice and glassy out there today. No wind. No wind to speak of. But yeah, you'll see down here this protective fence that they put up where the slide actually took place. It was already here, but they had to redo the whole thing because it was such a big avalanche that it tore it all out. So there's the fence. And they got all steel columns. I think it was wood before. Not that that would help if we had a big avalanche like the snowfall they had that year. I think it was because they didn't do any remediation early on, where they blast the side of the hill and they're able to kind of get it down in chunks before it gets just way too much snow. And that thing came down and blocked this whole section right here. It took them, like I said, about 3 weeks to clear this, and this part of the highway was shut down. Had to go around. And that's a long way around. Okay, we're dropping down into Bridgeport here. Cattle country. There's some big ranches down here. Big ranches. These are like Yellowstone status type ranches. Like basically, when we get up here where I can show you, to the left here is like, it's all of this whole like valley here is like just one big cattle ranch. Over here, and it goes all the way back into the mountains there. They got a lot of farm ground down in the bottom, and a lot of just natural grazing because there's so much water. This thing just stays like moist all summer long. See those Angus? There's probably 1,000 head right there, or 500. This is Bridgeport. I think they're doing something here. Welcome to Bridgeport. So that guy's wanting to get run over. There's the courthouse, the old courthouse. Or, I think that's the old, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Courthouse. There's a lot of history here in this town. Old Buster's Market looks like he got busted. Buster got busted. There's the rodeo grounds. And you can see that just massive meadow. It's basically a meadow because it's literally naturally irrigated all summer. There's just water coming off these mountains, all this snow melt coming down through here. Made it. So here we go. This is it, guys. Lot more water. Yeah. Just keep it running. So we got a nice little access here. The idea is put all the chutes on the truck. Pour this thing out. We're gonna pour it just over the top of that rebar. Got these big giant, I mean, gigantico. I'm proud of these guys. They did a good job setting this up. It was just Owen and Chad by themselves. So they did the whole thing. You got the 100-foot tape? Yeah. I want to cross-check my... He told me we were square, but I have to look at it myself. Make sure we're nice and square. Everything's parallel. And, I mean, this thing should go off without a hitch. You got shovels?
Yeah. I measured the outside. I just got done squaring it all up. I measured the outside perimeter of the columns. And posts are too short, I think, to not fill this column in with a little bit of concrete. Your short posts. You got.
No, the bolts are what's gonna hold it.
Oh, so it's gonna be sloped in there?
Yeah.
Well, that changes my whole opinion about that. That's what I was trying to say. I didn't.
Like we're gonna put the columns right where we want them. Drill our holes, put our bolts.
Still kind of weird.
These are not for vertical weight. They're for shear.
I know, but I just think it's weird that like seismic.
Well, I would have never done the design like this anyways, but
I'd have just.
this is beyond overkill. I mean, look at these things.
Two bolts holding each post, and then having them float is kind of odd still. But I guess it keeps the rod out.
It'll be just fine.
Like a moment post base. Maybe
Yeah.
Simpson one.
It'll be fine. It'll be just fine. Fine as wine.
It'll be just fine.
So yeah, you're probably... So we got all of our lumber here. It's been here. And human forklifts.
These are your heights right here.
Let's see.
You gotta have 7 inches or 7 feet of clearance on the short side.
Well, I'm just
to the
looking
knee
at this
brace.
one. What's
Well,
that, 9?
Yeah,
And what's that?
that one's 15, 4.5.
That's perfect. All right, we got a good game plan. Our pre-planning paid off. And I think we got a really solid idea of what we're gonna be doing. And these are fun jobs because they're pretty simple, but you know, there is a lot of thinking and it's like perfect for the kids. And they can start, you know, using their mind and figuring out what we're gonna do. We were just talking about the posts, how we're gonna do these posts, and deciding how far they're gonna slide down into these sleeves to make it real simple when we go to build it. Like we're gonna have them, they're all gonna slide down basically exactly what they need to, so there's no cutting on the top. And if we do that correctly, we shouldn't have to cut anything. We shouldn't have to do any cutting up in the air. And we'll be able to set those posts exactly where we want them. We'll double check, make sure they're all exactly the same length. And if they are, the tops will all be the same. And what that'll do for us is allow us just to set those beams right on there. And you know, we may have to do a little bit of shaving, maybe a 1/4 because we want to get the beams running this way with a string. We want those beams to set perfectly, so that the top is nice. It's just going to look like a nice structure. It's got the big timbers. It's definitely pretty wild for a solar carport, but it looks great. Double checked our elevations with the laser. Everything's looking good. It's time to pour these things. Concrete's here. Well, I hope he's got more than just that on there. Yeah, he does. No, I don't see any other chutes. Oh yeah, he does right there. Oh my gosh. There we go. Did he give you the ticket? That's a long haul with that big old load. That antique rig.
About an hour.
Well, with him, I bet longer.